Where am I? What is this place?
Speak, stranger. Who are you?
Imagine waking up one morning and finding yourself in medieval Europe. No electricity, no medicine, no clean water. But war or plague wouldn't be your greatest danger. The real threat would be everyday life. The air itself would feel heavy, thick with smoke, waste, and disease. Streets weren't odd roads, but open sewers, filled with mud, animals, and human filth. Clean drinking water barely existed. Wells were oft uncontaminated, and rivers carried waste from entire towns. One drink could introduce deadly bacteria your body had never faced before. Your immune system, built for a modern world, would be helpless. Diseases like typhoid, dysentery, and tuberculosis would attack quickly, without warning and without treatment. Even a small cut could become fatal. Without antibiotics, minor infections spread rapidly, turning simple injuries into life-threatening conditions within days. Food wouldn't be safe either. Meat spoiled quickly. Bread was oft uncontaminated, and milk carried dangerous pathogens. Hunger and illness walked side by side. The smell would be overwhelming. Rotting waste, unwashed bodies, dead animals, and smoke filled the air constantly, making breathing itself a daily struggle. Bathing was rare and sometimes feared. Poor hygiene allowed parasites, lice, and fleas to spread disease silently through entire communities. Sleep would offer no safety. Fleas and rats moved freely at night, carrying bacteria responsible for some of history's deadliest outbreaks. Hospitals, as you know them, did not exist. Treatments were based on superstition, bloodletting or herbs often causing more harm than healing. Pain relief was minimal. Surgery, if attempted, was performed without anesthesia, turning survival into a test of pure endurance. Social isolation would make things worse. Language differences, suspicion, and fear of strangers could leave you without help or protection. People feared outsiders. You might be seen as a spy, a witch, or a threat, increasing the danger beyond disease and environment. Weather offered no mercy. Cold winters, damp homes, and constant smoke exposure weakened lungs and immune systems over time. Nutrition was poor and inconsistent. Vitamin deficiencies caused weakness, infections, and slow recovery from even minor illnesses. Mental stress would grow quickly. Constant danger, poor living conditions, and uncertainty would wear down even the strongest mind. In this world, survival depended on adaptation, resilience, and luck. Knowledge alone would not protect you from the reality around you. Because in medieval Europe, danger was not dramatic or sudden. It was slow, silent, and everywhere, waiting patiently for the unprepared. As days passed, exhaustion would begin to take control. Poor sleep, constant illness, and physical strain would weaken your body faster than expected. Simple tasks required enormous effort. Carrying water, gathering food, and staying warm consumed energy your body struggled to maintain. Infections spread quickly through crowded spaces. One sick person could silently infect an entire household within days. Without proper waste systems, contamination was constant. Food, water, and living areas mixed with bacteria in ways impossible to avoid. Rats thrive in these conditions. They carried fleas infected with deadly pathogens, turning ordinary homes into silent danger zones. The threat was invisible. You wouldn't see the bacteria, viruses, or parasites slowly entering your system every single day. Medical knowledge was limited and often incorrect. Many treatments weaken patients instead of helping them recover. Even childbirth was dangerous. Life expectancy was low, and death was a familiar presence in every community. Fire, used for warmth and cooking, filled homes with smoke. Long-term exposure damaged lungs and increased respiratory illness. Clean clothing was rare. Wearing the same garments for weeks allowed bacteria and parasites to spread across skin. Your modern habits would make you vulnerable. Touching surfaces, eating carelessly, or drinking untreated water could be deadly mistakes. Fear shaped daily life, religion. Superstition and misinformation influenced decisions more than science or evidence. Violence was unpredictable. Theft, conflict, and lack of law enforcement made personal safety uncertain outside your home. Travel was slow and dangerous. Roads were unsafe, and injuries or illness during travel often meant death without assistance. Over time, hope would fade. Survival became less about comfort and more about enduring each difficult day. The body could adapt slightly, but the environment remained harsh, unforgiving, and constantly dangerous. In this world, modern knowledge meant little without modern tools, medicine and sanitation systems. Because the greatest threat was never war or plague alone. It was the environment itself, slowly breaking anyone who lived within it.